On the 15th of May, in the jungle of Newell, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise. I've fallen and I can't get up.
So Horton stopped splashing. He looked for the sound.
Thought Horton.
That's funny. There's no one around.
Then he heard it again, just a very faint yelp.
As if some tiny person were calling for help.
I'll help you, I
Please,
promise.
somebody call a doctor. Help! Help!
I'll help you, I promise. But who are you? Where?
He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there.
But a small speck of dust blowing past through the air.
Oh, I say, in my lifetime, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that's able to yell. So you know what I think? Well, I think that there must be someone to talk to that small speck of dust. Some sort of creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant size. Some poor little person who's shaking in fear, and he'll blow full. He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him, because after all, a person's a person, no matter how small.
So gently and using the greatest of care,
The elephant stretched his great trunk through the air.
And he lifted the dust speck and carried it over.
And placed it down safe on a very soft clover.
Hurrah!
humped a voice. 'Twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroos at her side said,
I'm due. Why, that speck is as small as a head of a pin. A person on that, why, there has never been.
Believe me, I tell you sincerely, my ears are quite keen, and I've heard him quite clearly. I know there's a person out there, and what's more, quite likely there's 2, even 3, even 4. Quite likely a family, for all we know. A family with children is starting to grow. So please, I'm begging as a favor to me, try not to disturb them. Just please let them be.
I think you're bold.
Laughed the sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroos at her side said,
Me too. We did things in the pool of the jungle of Newell.
And the kangaroos plunged in the cool of the pool.
What incredible fishing splashing around? I can't have a very small person to get around. I've got to check it. I'm bigger than they.
So he plucked up the clover and hustled away.
to the high jungle treetops the news quickly spread.
He talks to a dust speck. He's out of his head. Look at him walk with that speck on that flower.
And Horton walked, worrying, almost an hour.
Should I put the speck down? It might cause some alarm. If I do, the small person's going to come to great harm. I can't put it down, and I won't. After all, a person's a person, no matter how small.
Then Horton stopped walking. The speck voice was talking.
The voice was so faint he could just barely hear it.
Speak up, please.
Said Horton. He put his ear near it.
My friends, you're a very fine friend. You helped all us folks on this dust speck no end.
You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores.
You mean to tell me you have buildings there too?
Oh yes, I assure you, we most certainly do. I understand I'm too small to be seen, but I'm a mayor of a town that's friendly and clean.
Our buildings to you would seem terribly small, but to us who aren't big, they're wonderfully tall. My town is called Whoville, for I am a Who, and we Whos are all thankful and grateful to you.
And Horton called back to the mayor of the town.
You're safe now, don't worry. I won't let you down.
But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, 3 big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck.
The Wickersham brothers came shouting,
What rock? This elf's Dr. Who's, you're not.
They don't need who's and they don't have the mail.
We're gonna stop all this nonsense. So there.
They snatched Horton's clover. They carried it off to a black-bottom vulture named Black Buttercup. A mighty strong vulture of very swift wing, and they said,
Will you kindly get rid of this thing?
And before the poor elephant even could speak, that vulture flew off with the flower in his beak.
All that late afternoon and far into the night, that black-bottomed bird flapped his wings in fast flight.
while Horton chased after with groans over stones that tattered his toenails and battered his bones, and begged,
Please don't harm my little boat, too. As much as bigger folks do.
but far, far beyond him, that vulture came flapping, and over his shoulder called back,
When you're yapping, I'll fly night.
And at 6:56 the next morning he did it. It sure was a terrible place that he hid it.
He let that small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers 100 miles wide.
Find that, if you can. And I think you will save.
and he left with a flip of his black-bottomed tail.
I'll find her, Miss Washington. I'll find her first. I shall find all my friends on my small speck of dust.
and clover by clover with care, he picked up in search of and called,
Are you there?
But clover by clover, he found that the one that he sought for was just not around.
And by noon, poor old Horton, more dead than alive, had picked, searched, and piled up 9,005.
Then, on through the afternoon, hour after hour, till he found them at last on the 3 million flower.
My friends, are you with me? Tell me to tell. Are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well?
From down on the steps came the voice of the mayor.
We really had trouble, much more than our share, when that black-bottomed birdie let go and we dropped.
We landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped.
And our teapots are broken, our rocking chair smashed, and our bicycle tires all blew up when we crashed. So Horton, please will you help us? If you really do care, will you stick by the people we're making repairs?
Of course I'll help you. Of course I'll stick. I'll stick by you small folks who didn't do a bit.
Hurrah! For almost 2 days, you've run wild and insisting on talking with persons who's not existing. Such carrying on in our peaceful jungle, we've had quite enough of your belly bungle. And I'm here to state, and I mean this too, that your silly, ridiculous game is all through.
And the young kangaroos at her side said,
Us too. But the 3 monkeys brothers with us I was engaged. You're going to be roped, and you're going to be caged. And as for our Whoville, ha, that we shall boil in a hot steaming kettle of seasonal oil.
Boil it? You're joking. Oh, that you can't do. It's all fool persons. They'll prove to you. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor. Oh, please, Mr. Mayor. You've got to prove that you really are there. So call a big meeting. Get everyone out. Make every who holler, make every who shout. If you don't, every who is going to end up in a beetle-nut stew.
And down on the dustbed, the scared little mayor called a big meeting in Whoville Town Square. And as people cried loudly, they cried out in fear,
We are here, we are here, we are here, we are here!
That was clear as a bell. You kangaroos should have heard that very well.
I don't know what you heard. All I heard was the breeze, and a faint sound of wind through the far distant trees.
I heard no small voices, and you didn't either.
And the young kangaroo at her side said,
Me neither.
Grab it, let's get it caged, McDo. Last was number 10 on the rope.
Tied on so tight you'll never say blues. Then duck that dump spat in the beech-nut juice.
Horton fought back, great vigor and vim, but the Wickersham gang was too many for him.
they beat him, they mauled him, they started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mayor.
Don't give up. I believe in you all. Person's person, no matter how small. And you very small persons will not have to die. Make yourselves heard. So come on now and try.
The mayor got the tom-tom, he started to smack it, and all over Whoville they whipped up a racket. They rattled tin kettles, they beat on brass pans, on garbage truck tops, and on cranberry clips. They blew on those and left great shoes, on clarinets, flutes, and boom and good.
Great gust of loud racket rang high through the air. They rattled and shook the whole sky in the air, called up through the pounding metal of the river.
Hort, how's this? Are your sound coming through?
Great work, Mr. Mayor. I can hear you just fine. The kangaroo's ears are strong, quite as mine. They don't hear a thing. Are you sure you boys are doing the best? Are they all making noise? Are you sure everything down Whoville is working? Quick, look for your town. Is there anyone shirking?
They rushed through the town from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best.
Everyone seemed to be yapping or yipping. Everyone seemed to be beeping or bipping.
But it wasn't enough, all this ruckus and roar. They had to find someone to help them make the word. They raced through each building, they searched floor to floor.
And just as they thought they were getting nowhere, and almost about to give up in despair, they suddenly burst the door, and that mayor discovered a shirker, quite hidden away in the Fairfax Apartments, apartment 12J.
A very small shirker named Jojo was just standing there, bouncing and flouncing a yo-yo. Not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp. And then Mayor rushed inside and he grabbed the chirp, and he climbed up the ladder of the Eiffelberg Tower.
This danger sees our town's darkest hour. For all who that have blood that is red to come to their aid of their country, my lad.
We've got to make noises in greater amounts. So open your mouth, lad, for every voice counts.
Thus he spoke as he climbed. When they got to the top, the light clearing his throat, he shouted out,
Yo!